We're going to talk about our top 10 favorite movie moments. So moving on to number 5, we're getting into the top half now. This one goes to a movie that I absolutely adore and love. It's definitely in my top favorites. Grew up with, which is The Princess Bride. And the scene that I love, my favorite movie moment, is the entire sword fight. When Inigo Montoya and Dread Pirate Roberts are fighting each other up on the top of that mountain, and they've got the playful banter going around, and oh, I'm not left-handed, no, I'm not left-handed either, and that whole sword fight's probably, in my opinion, the best sword play of any movie you're ever going to get. And the comedy and the banter and the action. I mean, it was action and to the death duel, but you never felt like it was like you were in danger. You weren't scared watching it. You were literally enjoying it for what it is.
I have not seen that one, so...
oh, wow. Childhood favorite, man. Gotta watch it.
Yeah, I've seen the movie in little bits and pieces, but I've never seen it all the way through, and I have not seen the sword fight, so I really have no commentary. Number 5 for me, Boondock Saints.
Oh my goodness, I love that movie.
There are a lot of good scenes in Boondock Saints.
But which one's yours?
The one in particular, a little bloody, a little gory, a little inappropriate, but we could best describe it as the cat scene. Yeah.
What's the line?
Is it dead?
Is it dead?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll play it for y'all.
Yeah, we can't describe it. Just.
I'm doing it. It is. Oh my God! I can't believe that can happen. Is it dead?
I had to do some creative editing with that scene to make it appropriate for YouTube.
Yeah, that's a rough scene.
That was hilarious. The best part though is the next morning they've got like a little picture.
Yeah, they put a little picture over this blood splatter,
like the size of this phone.
Yeah, like they're gonna cover it up.
And the blood's all over the wall. Is it dead? That was
like you needed to ask the question. Yeah, it is dead.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good. That's a good pick. All right, number 4 for me, and maybe this is an easy pick. Avengers Endgame. We know the scene. Y'all gonna watch it. Iron Man.
And I am Iron Man.
I mean, I'm glad they convinced him. You okay?
Moment of silence for Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad they convinced him to go back and shoot that scene. I'm not going to belabor it. It's been talked about so much. So number 4 for you.
Number 4 is a scene in the Nicolas Cage movie Raising Arizona. In this particular scene, he decides he needs to get some diapers for his newly acquired baby son, which they kidnapped because they're criminals. He goes in to buy diapers, and he decides he's going to do it the best way he knows how. He's going to rob the store, and hilarity ensues. And his wife, she is pissed when she looks through the window and sees that he's holding up the cashier. She takes off and leaves him.
I'll be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you got.
You son of a...
Better hurry it up. I'm in Dutch with the wife.
Honey!
Son, you got a panty on your head.
Yeah.
You got a panty on your head. You got a panty.
Son, you have a panty on your head. And that entire scene is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
That is a hilarious scene.
Nick Cage at his best. Being crazy and over the top.
Yeah.
With a panty on his head.
With a panty on his head.
All right, so number 3, we're getting into the top 3 now. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you want to talk about like help forming my character of who I am, what speaks to me. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. The fight at the end in the throne room with Luke and Vader, the music, the lightsabers, the lighting, it was just epic. I mean, we're seeing this crescendo of this Star Wars journey, and I mean, and then Luke Skywalker, who you've been rooting for. I mean, he's just looking all bad A in his black outfit and fighting Darth Vader.
He's always worn white up until that point, right?
Yeah.
And then you see him wear black.
Oh yeah, he's bad to the bone. That was just awesome.
Yeah.
The sword fighting and Princess Bride ain't got nothing on that.
No,
on that.
It's a whole different level. My number 3 is from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh goodness, so many moments in there. Which one are we going to?
Oh, this one in particular is when Clark tries to light up his house. He just can't seem to do it. He troubleshoots the wiring. He does this, that. He's trying to figure out why his lights aren't coming on, and he just loses it. It's the first time we see him lose it in the movie.
What's going on here? What the hell? Damn it!
It'd been building up at that point.
It's building, and it keeps building afterwards. But in this moment, he just loses it, and he just starts taking the cords and just and he kicks poor Santa, breaks the
reindeer.
Yeah, breaks the reindeer, the display in the yard.
That was great.
That was a great scene. That one still makes me laugh. I watch that movie every year for Christmas, and it never gets old.
You don't watch Die Hard every year for Christmas?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Because I mean, that's a good Christmas movie. You got to check it out. Click the link, and you'll see John argue about why he thinks Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. So number 2, this goes back to another movie my father introduced me to. This was the original Star Trek franchise with Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh, Tiberius, he threw out the whole middle name.
Yeah, which actually in this movie he's an admiral, so I mean he's been hired than a captain. Wrath of Khan, iconic. I mean, so iconic that when they did the remake with J.J. Abrams, they brought Khan back again and did like a whole time loop thing. But this movie, what makes Star Trek successful, in my opinion, is the relationship between McCoy, Bones, the Doctor, Spock, and Kirk, especially the friendship between Spock and Kirk. I mean, it's the foundation of the entire franchise. Spock, being Spock and logical, sacrifices himself, the one for the good of the many, by going into a nuclear reactor, basically. And through the glass, he has to watch his best friend die while him and Spock are talking to each other. And I mean, it's an alien Vulcan and a human, but it'll make me cry every time.
Spock! Don't grieve, Admiral. I have been, and always shall be, your friend.
I've got to watch that movie. I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Star Trek?
No.
I'm going to make you watch Star Trek.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
And if that didn't make you cry, I ain't got nothing for you.
You may not be human.
Okay, so you're number 2.
Well, my number 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ooh.
Back to the Future.
All right.
Yes.
So, favorite movie moment and a favorite movie.
Yes.
Right.
Back to the Future. It's the scene where we first see the DeLorean. Mm. It's our introduction to the world's coolest time machine. Yes, it is the coolest time machine.
I don't think there's another cooler time machine.
I don't know. I've been in discussions with Doctor Who fans that think that the TARDIS is the coolest time
It's
machine.
just Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
It's a phone booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeLorean's cooler.
DeLorean's awesome.
And you hear that noise. You know that noise. And then you see the trailer, the trailer come down, and then you hear that other noise. You hear the DeLorean start, and it backs out of there, and that's your introduction. And you know, from that moment on, you know this is going to be one of the coolest movies in the world.
I just got one question. How do you get in the car inside the trailer? Because those doors... I mean, who drove the truck there? Did he sit in the car Did he sit in the car, pull it in, and then wait for someone to drop him off? I mean...
Yeah.
We have a continuity moment there.
Yeah, unfortunately we do. But...
time travel's not a problem. I'm cool with that. But I want to know how they got the car in the trailer. All right, number 1. So my favorite movie of all time is, of course, even though I know we said this isn't necessarily our favorite movies, it's favorite movie moments. Well, how can you not have your favorite movies have some favorite movie moments?
Exactly.
And my favorite movie of all time is The Crow with Brandon Lee. I mean, it is... I have seen that movie more than probably any other movie. Well, Star Wars comes close. I think I might have seen Star Wars more than The Crow because I was watching Star Wars from the time I was a little kid. There is a scene when Eric Draven walks into Gideon's pawn shop and he quotes Edgar Allan Poe. And in a movie that is just so full of violence, I make a contention that The Crow is a modernized Edgar Allan Poe Gothic tale brought to life on the big screen. They even use Gothic architecture.
Yeah.
Revenge by proxy tale. The premise really hadn't been done before. A guy coming back from the dead to avenge his loved one, and here he comes needing some information, and he comes in. He had just finished killing a guy with a whole bunch of knives, comes into a pawn shop, and just literally is like, hey, here's some Edgar Allan Poe for you.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
The Crow, my favorite movie moment. You got it. That's it right there.
There you go.
Grand finale. Now, I know my favorite movie got the number 1 favorite movie moment. My favorite movie was The Crow. So I'm curious. Your favorite movie, I know, is T2.
Yes.
So is it a moment from T2 on this list?
Yeah, you know it.
There we go.
You know it. I think it would be the scene most people remember from this movie. It's the scene when John Connor's on his dirt bike in the drainage ditch with the semi.
Oh, yeah. And then
that scene.
Then Arnold.
That is an iconic scene. And when I first saw that movie as a kid, my parents took me to see that movie as a kid when it first came out at the drive-in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it was one of the last movies I saw in a drive-in. I would say it had an effect on me, what I expect from action movies. My action movie expectations jumped tremendously after seeing that scene.
Man, that was all practical effects, too. That wasn't CGI.
No, it was all practical.
Yeah.
It was...
well, I mean, other than the T1000. I'll take that.
Other than that, yeah. It was all practical. It was a dirt bike on a crane, and then you had Arnold on a motorcycle with cables, and it was all practical effects.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And I remember the training that he said he went through to be able to spin the shotgun, and when he's sitting there doing that while riding on the bike. I mean, yeah, that whole, yeah, that's a biting your nails action scene.
Oh yeah, the music matches. The music is phenomenal in that scene.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that is phenomenal.
That's a good top 10 moment.
Yes.
I can see why it speaks to you, man. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are our top 10 favorite movie moments. I'm curious if any of those speak to you as a viewer. Want to know in the comments below. If you've got favorite movie moments that you think far outstrip these, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We definitely want to hear from you guys.
We do, because for all I know, we might not have seen them.
Yeah.
And if a movie moment is a moment that speaks strongly to somebody, what you'll find in these moments that we've shared is that they're all things that grip the heart or put you on edge or get you biting your nails or wiping your brow or feeling something strong. So share with us in the comments below your favorite movie moments, and if it's something we haven't seen, well, we may tackle that too. It's my buddy John. Be sure to check out his channel. Patrick Stewart, appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up, hit the like for me, subscribe, turn on the bell. Appreciate you hanging out with two old farts talking about movies and our favorite movie moments. And in the meantime, stay nerdy with it.